See y'all popping in here. How y'all doing? All right. Haven't heard from any of y'all. How are we doing today?
Good. How are you, Clark?
Good, good. Thank you, Kevin. Doing well. Just giving us a couple minutes here. Just so I have an idea before we get fully started, how much or if any have y'all played with designs? Have y'all gotten in there and
I
used it
played
before?
when we were in Bold last time. Lindsay had me playing around with it a
Okay.
little bit under doing something for her. So I thought it was really user friendly and
Good.
so many options. So I'm actually looking forward to this one.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Yeah, they came out with some new features recently that I'm excited to show you all as well, because it's been kind of underwhelming using it for probably the past year or so, I'd say.
Okay.
It was like we have Canva and then we have our own thing of command, and we're trying to play catch up and get there, but we just haven't been there yet. I don't think we're fully there yet for it being a complete replacement. But I think it's pretty dang close, and there are some benefits to it, even if you are still using a free or if you're still paying for a Canva. Still good to have. So Margaret did not tell me that we had anybody hopping on today, sponsor-wise, to speak with us. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here, and we'll just keep adding people onto the call as we go, just in the interest of protecting your time as well. Excuse me, as well. So I'm going to go ahead and see. As soon as I say that, of course, we've got 15 people coming in. Of course, as soon as I go to click somewhere, another place needs me. There's another one. There's Kendall. Yeah, for sure, Kyle. I appreciate you. We'll get Cheryl in here. We may give it another minute. Let's just see. Because, yep, see, here we go. Now they're starting to all file in. All right, we'll go ahead and get started then. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. All righty. So let me minimize this. You can't see it, but just getting my Zoom box of everyone's beautiful faces minimized a little bit. Okay, y'all. So today we're going to be talking about designs. And if you're unfamiliar, designs is basically KW Command's in-house version that they've created for us here in Command. If you go down, I think it's about 8 or 9 down, maybe 5 from the bottom, if you want to count that way. For designs, it's like pencil with the on a board is what it looks like. So you can click on that. Sure we get Grace in here real quick. So this is what your little library looks like once you've started creating some designs. Okay. So I've obviously gone through here. It shows viewing 1 through 9 of 10. So it only shows less than 10, it looks like, per page. So these are just some that I've created in the past. So you could have, all of your different templates in here. And the cool thing about it, I'll show you as we start up here. 2 of the newer things is video. That's something that's brand new. So you can actually create a digital video neighborhood snap, and you can edit the information in it as well before you send it off. So I'll show you all how to do that, as well as just going through some other basic stuff. So I'll just show you all some of my templates that I've created to give you an idea of the different uses for it. So this is a business card right here that I created. And this is really just for text use. This is not my actual business card. This is just what I wanted to have on my phone saved whenever I'm talking with someone and we have a good conversation, and I do send them my contact card to put in their phone so that all my info is there. But I also like to have a graphic or some sort of photo or pictorial image that I can send them as well that just looks like that extra level of professionalism. So I use one of the business card templates to create this one specifically. And then if you'll see down here, You can see pages. This one has pages because it's a business card, so it has a front and a back. So I never created, I guess this would be the front. I never edited the front here on mine, but you do have that option as well. And you can also go this way, 1 and 2 back and forth. Speaking of DBA names, I want to jump into this real quick so that y'all aren't lost when you start playing around with this yourself later on today. First thing you're going to want to do, if you've never downloaded or don't even remember downloading your DBA, Office DBA logos, you're going to want to come over here into KW Connect. So there's kwconnect.com, and then you can go into resources and go down to marketing, because you'll want to add these, like especially your market center logos. So you can go right here to logos and branding. And you'll want to make sure, this is always great to have as well. I download it every year. It's the KW Identity and Style Guide. I'll download this in case I am on something like Canva where I want to make sure that I'm using the KW red and this and that and the other. You have the ability to get the exact color codes and a bunch of different marketing information here. So that's a great PDF. It's probably about 40 to 50 pages on that one. And if you scroll all the way down to talk about DBA names and all of that, we've got our regular Keller Williams, just plain, just KW logos, and Keller Williams Realty, and then just the plain KWs as well. And then also we can scroll up here and you can search. Well, it's not showing here for me. Let's see. Usually you can go right there and there would be a search bar right now. I think it's just being difficult with me. But you would be able to search right here. You would search for me in South Lake. My office is Market Center 72. So I would just type in 72 and it'll pop up every single logo in here within KW, within the ecosystem that has a 72 in it. So you can go there and download everything that way. Just wanted to bring that up before we kept going on too far. So this is just one example of one of the items that you can create in designs. Now, I'm also going to click this back KW button right here on the top left. And that will actually take me into, it's called WeBrand. This right here, what we are inside of that says templates and my designs and KW up here. This is WeBrand. So this is the editor that we have partnered up with Command. So this will show you all of the different templates that we have available to us. So WeBrand is just, for terminology's sake, it's just where all of your templates are, where our library of information is, and where all the different places you can go. So see, we've got lead generation templates and buyer templates, neighborhood snaps, listings. We've got all of these under contract, open house, price update. So you have so many different options in here, and they've been adding on since I started playing with this about a year ago. It was very few and far between when it comes to all of the different abilities we had, and really the templates that were available was the biggest issue for me. So like, let's say open houses, for instance. Sorry, I'll keep clicking around because I'm admitting people, making sure we're all good to go. So you can see here, these are, it says 37 right here. Well, that's not actually 37 different templates. That's these 5 templates several times across. So say you were wanting to make this for a Facebook post for your open house, or even maybe you're going to run a Facebook ad for your open house. You could select any of these templates, and you see up here, it tells you the sizing that it's going to be. So you see how that changed there? It was more horizontal for Facebook. And on Instagram, they go straight to square. And this is for an Instagram post because it's that square style. If you go to Instagram stories, if you're unfamiliar with them, they're much higher and skinnier than a normal photo would be. So think of 2 of the square photos on top of each other. So you have all these different abilities in here. So I just don't want y'all to be confused when you're looking through here later saying, it says 37, but there's only 5 templates. That would be the reasoning. So anyway, so we have all these different templates. Obviously, you've got Twitter, LinkedIn, you've got door hanging templates as well. These are great. If you wanted to, say you used Vistaprint or something like that, or even if maybe you're printing through here, you can download these or just print direct through here and get these as well, which is awesome for y'all. You've also got letter flyers. So this would be open house feedback. I haven't seen this one yet, but open house feedback, and then some more detailed, maybe for these luxury properties. or higher end properties that you're selling, if that's something the seller's interested in. So we have all these different abilities. We've got just listed, and I'll even use some of these templates. Sometimes I'll use an open house and change up the design a little bit and make it my own. So we'll just pick one of these for the sake of it. And go ahead and in here, see that y'all can see kind of how the editing style works here. So you see these photos up here. This is my library. This is what I added that I always want to be here. This is Rachel on our team here in South Lake. So I was creating a business card for her at one point. So that's what you see here. You've got KW stock images, and then you can also upload images as well, anything at all right here. We've got our text box over here on the left, and you can add any type of text. It could be a title, sub, body, or a text block. All these different other options as well. So like Canva, my favorite thing about Canva is text like this, like already created, that you don't need to spend the time to sit down and do. And also the icons as well. So when I talk about icons, I mean things like these shapes, you know, like you may have even been driving around and see people with this little sticker and then like a name of their car next to it. Just that really simple, clean, that's the Instagram logo if you're unaware. So you have all these different options in here, and you can search by anything. Say you needed something for Facebook. Well, okay, now it wants to be mean to me as soon as y'all are all watching me. But anyway, you can go through and select anything in here that you like. Just being honest here, I think this is great compared to where it started. I think it's still got a little ways to go before it's as simple and clean. And I'm not going to sit here and do a back and forth in between Command and Canva the whole time. But they do just have a better, I'm just pulling this up so y'all can remember it for Canva for the website. They have a bunch of great designs in here as well when you're editing. So just wanted to pull that up for your knowledge. So anyway, say we were going to edit this and we were going to start playing with it. You can also add logos as well. So I've already taken the liberty of doing this because I've been using this for a while. I just clicked add to library right there when I uploaded these things. But say we wanted to go ahead and start editing around a little bit. So you see when you click on, I just clicked on this text right here, the just and the listed. So when you click on that, you see you've got your 4 boxes on the square in the corners. So that's for making it bigger or smaller, of course. And then on the left and right, you've got making it longer if it was way too many words needed. And obviously you've got your rotate function as well. So very simple and easy, just like this normal editing if you've ever had any experience with that. This opaque box, this line, this is, you can easily move. I'm using my arrow keys right now. So easy editing, nothing too difficult. So say this wasn't 1050 Heather Lane, I'll use our newest team listing. All right, so count drive I think was 310. And it was a 3.2. And we'll just leave it at 1900 square feet. If y'all have any questions at this point, feel free to unmute. This should be pretty just self-explanatory right now, but if you have anything, please feel free to pipe up and let me know. So that's the easy, just text editing. Obviously, if we needed to change the background. Anybody have anything they need to ask or say?
Yes, I just got on a call. I had trouble getting in.
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you say? You said something can do. I didn't know what you were talking about just a minute ago. Is that
Can do. I'm not sure exactly.
Who did the website or something like that? Who?
Oh, I was probably, what I was talking about was up here, Canva. I was just showing y'all that this is another great site to use, or was it another question?
No, it's that one. It's Canva. I'm not familiar. Spell that.
C-A-N-V as in Van, A, Canva.
And that is somewhere we can go and edit our website?
Not your website, but you can create graphics in it. So you can see in here, like I created this last week. So this is basically this was the built out version of what Command wanted to input. Originally it was called Sketch House when we had the idea. Now it's Designs, and that's the full on deal that you see that the video is focusing on today. But Canva, I just created this last week just because I could, because it was very simple. This took me literally 5 minutes to do
Okay.
this. And obviously this one's very bland and plain. But I was just bringing this up in case y'all were unaware. I'm on the free version again. I stopped paying for it in the midst of all this craziness going on. But like, here's one that we do every year that I've always used Canva for, just because it's very easy to create grids like this. So this is something we create every year. This was our 2018 thank you to all of our clients post that we did. And then I just created a new page on the same post to make the more recent one for this year. But you see all these things are editable. So I had to count out all of our closings and do it all this way. So I'm not going to go too in depth on Canva. I did just want to show y'all that it is an option as well. Let's see, Kyle's question. Can you show us the buyer seller one again you made that says about virtual showings, etc.? So I didn't create a specific post for that, Kyle. Was this something that I talked about in a previous video, or was it one of my designs up here? I just want to make sure I'm understanding.
It was just one of the designs you had a second ago.
Okay, let me see real quick then. So one thing I have not figured out the hard fix around yet, by the way, just to real quick. So you can hit done up here. So say I'm done editing this. So I hit done, and yes, I want to save. Oh, well, there it is. Never mind. I lied. No more issues. So a buyer seller one, let's see, because I've got a lot of these. Just let me know if I'm kind of hovering over it, or if it was maybe one of the templates to create from.
You had it open a second ago, and it just kind of said about virtual showings and open houses, kind of gave them the easy 1, 2, 3 about what you're doing right now.
Let me see. I'll just see if I can get back there. So we'll hit the plus icon right there. And then let's just see here. Get all in here. All right. So was this what it looked like? And then I went into here. So open house is like what you were just asking about. Was this what you were asking about, or was it something else?
Close to this, sorry, you can keep on going. It was about,
no,
it was just kind of giving a small overview about like you're doing virtual showings, the distancing. It's kind of like a one little printout for.
Okay, let me see, because I may have.
You can keep going. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm curious because I'm I'm already losing things that I'm giving y'all as nuggets as we're going through it. But anyway, so we can hop over here real quick. So let's just say we were going to do an open house. Okay, so let's just go ahead and go through creating a template, or a new template rather, and then if we can figure out that answer to that question, Kyle, we will. So I just clicked use on that. So I like this one personally because you have, obviously we're going to need the DBA, and then we're also going to have the ability to use multiple pictures here. I like personally using multiple pictures on all of mine. That's just my my personal preference. You can obviously do whatever you like. So for me, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go ahead and click the drag and drop right here. And I know I already went to the specific folder for this, but this is our team's newest listing. Look at these as icons. So you can select also, if you're on a Mac, you can hold down the command button next to the space bar while you're selecting, and you see there's multiple selected. Or on a PC, I believe it's control. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've used a PC, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but you can select multiple items that way. So since we're going to need 4 items, pictures rather, for this, I'm going to go ahead and go through and select my top 4. So just to have some different items in there. So we'll say that's our 4. And so they all upload very quick right here. So here's our 4 pictures. So you have some options here. You can either click right here. So you see how I did that? There were no outlines, and now there's the dotted outline with the 4 corners of the rectangle. So I clicked on that image. You can hover over any of these new images that we just uploaded, or any image really. And if you wanted to just pop that in and replace it and not drag it around, you could just hit replace, and it does it very easily and simple like that. So I didn't even have to click. And now you can also resize this. You can either click reposition or just double click. And when you do that, you can scroll up and down. If you needed to zoom in, you can also zoom in by dragging when it's nice to me. which it doesn't want to be right now. Let's see. Okay, well, it wants to be difficult right now. There it is. Only when you drag from the bottom left will it be nice. So you can do it that way, or if you wanted to do it the old-fashioned way, you could also grab the image and drag it. And if you wanted to see, I'm hovering right now. I have not let my finger off the mouse. Kind of see what it would look like in these different areas. I like how it looks down here. It doesn't cut off the island. So I'm going to go ahead and set that one right there. And just click done up in the middle. And then let's say we were going to leave this. So I'm just using my arrow keys again to get this up a little higher. And we're going to say we're going to add in, we're going to make this a Facebook post because it's so horizontal, and we're going to also add some text on this one too. So we'll just go to add, and we'll make this subtitle. Let's see, question real quick. Oh, it's all good, Pyle. We're good to have you in here. Happy to have you in here, rather. Thanks for joining us. So I'll just select this one as a body text, because why not? Every time you select anything, it could also be a text block, whatever you wanted to do. If you needed a lot of words, obviously this is Latin, so you won't forget to change it. But everything will pop up here into the middle every single time you add something new. So you can pull that down and say this was, we'll just use everything that's real about this house down to the actual address. And say I looked at this and I go, you know what? I actually want to go more minimalist on this and have more words in the caption than the actual post. You can obviously go a little more minimal on that as well. So I'll go ahead and finish out this part real quick. And then we'll see what our finished graphic looks like. Down on that. And then right here where it says DBA name. So remember, I'm going to go over here to logos. And then if you have not ever added them, if it's your first time, you're going to go to add to library down here at the bottom to get all your logos in there. Obviously, we're not using my team logo. We're just going to use my office. And so I'm just going to drag for this one. And you could also technically delete it and drag that over and do it that way too. It's just however you want to do it. Now, you may notice, if you can see this, and if your computer screen is pretty clear, you can see that these are very, very pixely right now. I have never found a workaround to that. That happens the first time I'm working on any template when I upload something. So the pictures are not this granular and gross and anything like that. So we'll go ahead and hit done. We could also rename it to 40 count drive. Rename it up there. You could also share from here if you wanted to share it anywhere. I always recommend hitting done first and then coming back into the image, but you see here there's a design image link. So I'll just copy that real quick and I'll show you. Oh, great. See, it's when I teach classes that the internet doesn't want to work. That's so fun. Well, anyway, usually what it would do, I'm not sure why it's being difficult, probably because I haven't saved it yet, is it would take you to just a page with this document. So say for some reason you didn't want to save this actual picture and upload it, you could also just upload this link as well, and it would take people through an internet browser, but to this exact same image. So I'm going to go ahead and hit done though and save, because I want to make sure we do that first. All right, so see here we've got 3340 Count Drive open house, and then we can click into that. And bam, everything's all clear, everything's looking good. So this is obviously a very, very simple design that we just did here. I'm gonna hit this back KW button now. Do we have any questions as of now? I know that there are a ton of different things here, and also one thing I was gonna say real quick was, I didn't show you all the difference on this real quick. Get Rusty in here. So when you hit the plus down here on the bottom right, so just to clarify, designs, bottom right, big blue check or plus sign rather. You can create all these different types of designs. It used to just be these three, and now they've added video and import PDF. I'm not gonna lie, I've been having issues with the import PDF personally. I was trying to play with it. It just came out within the past few weeks, I believe. This is quite literally the ability to upload in a PDF, and then you can select what text. There may be some things it asks you to click around and make sure it looks good, and then you can actually go in and edit a full-on PDF. The video tutorial I saw was Marty Miller on YouTube. Just for y'all to have this as well. So he had done a video on PDF. Yeah, import and edit PDFs within Designs. Y'all can watch this video and it works for him. It just did not see December 21st. So it's been a few months, but anyway, I did not have great success with that, but y'all can feel free to watch that video and try to play with it on your end. Every PDF I selected, it wouldn't select the text correctly. It just wasn't working as it should, but it's brand new. So that's expected. But what I was getting at here is we've been creating social graphics right here. You could also do email, but if you wanted to do print, you could also do that if you have, if you're into, marketing to certain neighborhoods, anything like that. Let's see these real quick. How do you design, I'm looking at my messages here real quick. I missed one from Payal. How do you design Facebook or social media cover? So when you go into templates here, Payal, you can go down and it depends on what you were going for. But say we were just going to do a for sale or an open house. You can go through here and select based on what they look like and what the content is going to be, or what the not the content, but so we wanted to print here so it doesn't show our same things as Facebook and all that type of stuff, because we've got trifolds and bifolds and things like that. But to answer your question, Payal, I'm gonna hit the X up here. So to get back to social and all that type of stuff, when I hit the blue plus down here, so I went to Command, Designs, click this, you would click on social. And when you click on social, you will see let's see. Now we're waiting, of course. So to answer your question, Payal, when you come in here, say it was a listing or any of this type of data right here, you can see up here, Facebook, Instagram, and it'll change the sizing. So if you're going for something for Facebook, maybe it was even a lead generation thing about your website. You could do this, you could select it for Facebook, so it's that horizontal. But you could go through any of these, and it doesn't have to just be a price update. Doesn't have to be for a price update. I've made price update templates, new listing templates, and vice versa. I'm reading Kyle's message as well real quick. Donna found the template I was asking you about that you made. It was the buyer and seller consultations. Great. Committed to social distancing. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. So circling back, little ADD brain. This is what Kyle and I were just going back and forth about earlier. I'll leave this on the screen for a sec. So, and this recording will also be posted, of course, in your Facebook group. But this is just something I saw a team in my office do this, and I knew from the look of it that they did it in Canva, so it couldn't have been that hard. So then I created the exact same thing for our team, and we posted this. So just an added layer. Yeah, thank you, Kyle. I appreciate that. Honestly, like we all do in real estate, we're just sharing all of our ideas basically. So I took their idea. Theirs looked different than mine did, of course, but that's just what we decided to do for ours. And it took maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes probably. Payal says, when I click on the social, it's not going to the page that you showed. I wanted to design Facebook cover photo for my Facebook page. So let's try that again real quick. So let's see here. So one more time, we'll go to Command, Designs, hit the plus icon, social. And then when we hit social, we'll hit next. So I understand that you're wanting to edit your cover photo or create a cover photo for your Facebook. You can go off of these templates in here. And what I was saying, Payal, is you can select any of these if it kind of has a look that you enjoy, that you want to use. And then you can edit everything inside of it when you're clicking around. And I did that earlier in the video. So if you want to watch that, you can watch that later on once I post it. And then so we were in templates here, you can also click on my designs. It'll show you everything in command that you can look at. And Payal, if you wanted to start from blank, you could also do that and create everything from scratch if you didn't like any of those templates. And then there's those templates. Here's where you would import a PDF if you do want to do that. And like I said, that's in this video. Like I said, Marty Miller, import and edit PDFs within designs. Great video. And he can show you all how to do that. I don't want to go through it if it's not going to be successful personally. So I'd rather focus on other things. I do want to show y'all real quick the video editing. You're very welcome, Payal. I want to create a snap video with y'all real quick because this was something that kind of blew my mind when I found this out, just because it's so awesome. So like I said, at first, the only design options we had were email, social, and print. Now we have these videos. These videos, this is not like Animoto or Adobe Spark, just to be clear. This is not for creating a virtual open house or a virtual showing in. You can't do anything like that. This video icon right now, the only use for it as of now, as of April of 2020, is for creating these snap videos to be able to send out. So you select video, next. And so first you're going to select a neighborhood, okay? So let's just say we'll use a neighborhood that I've sold in before. So we've got a lot of heritage in the world. Let's go something easier. We'll go with another community I'm familiar with. So Briarwick in Roanoke, Texas, my old stomping ground. So say this this person or this neighborhood, say this, you could use this for your campaigns if you want to do that, which is what we'll be going over on Thursday. So if you're doing any campaigns that you want, to a certain neighborhood, you've been door knocking all of these different people and that, okay, I want to send this value add via email. Okay. So it pulls all of this information in case you were unaware, just to take a step back. Our neighborhood snaps through Kelly and these videos, they pull information from Nextdoor. Nextdoor, I highly recommend it, especially right now if y'all have not downloaded or don't know what it is. It's a great resource for neighbors to connect. It's kind of like a social media outlet, but it's more for a very, very short, radius, communally based. So anyway, Nextdoor is the app that we pull from, and that's where it gets this data as well from our snaps, okay? But the cool thing about this is, say Briarwick was named wrong, or say it was Briarwick Phase 1, like it might say on tax records. You can go in here and you can edit every bit of text that's going to show up. So let's say, okay, yes, that is the average home price. And actually, the way you would know this, so what I did here is I clicked on the decline. There's also on the rise and holding steady. My best piece of advice for knowing that for sure would be, since we have all this time on our hands right now, if you are going to create a video legitimately for this and send it out and use it, I'd recommend doing some CMAs maybe for the past 6 months and the 6 months before that, and maybe the 6 before that, just to make sure that you can see a trend numerically, because you don't want to be saying on the decline when they're actually on the rise or they're actually steady, just to make sure that you're educating the public correctly. To do some CMAs, maybe do some homework first before assuming all this data is correct. So obviously I'm not going to do a CMA right now, but let's say that we had realized actually it was 122.93 a square foot, or we'll go with 122.29. There were 7 homes for sale and an average of 31 days on the market. And you can also come in here, say you know a neighborhood very, very well. You can also come in here and change the neighborhood top features that are going to be talked about. So say this person might love coffee and they're less humanitarian, we'll say. So maybe they love coffee and they're also, say they're millennials even. They're coffee, they're dog people, because that's most millennials, dog and coffee people. Okay, and they love books. Okay, so you can also go in here, edit your agent information. So I had already done this, through command, it'll pull that headshot. If it doesn't, you can just click update, and you've got your job title, your name, and you've also got, need to make sure you've got your DBA in there for that logo that we got from Connect, like we talked about earlier, and then your license number, your brokerage. So we hit next. And I didn't select when I shared my screen. Let me do that real quick. I'm gonna stop sharing, and I'm gonna share again and make sure I've got the audio selected so that y'all can hear this video as well, because I think there's some little music to it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hit save now. So it didn't do anything new since we were last here, so we're gonna hit save. And then let's see, I can't remember if it goes to the bottom or the top. Okay, so Briarwick. So here you can see also that we've got our different things. So you see the little plus icon right here. I'll zoom in on my. So that shows that it's a social graphic. On this one, you can see that it's a video. So without even clicking into these things, you can see what they are for. This is a business card. So just to give you all an idea. But now we can go up and we'll click on this. And you can double check everything that it was all good. Okay, yep, I agree. You can download if you want to, or you can just hit play. And I did see on the video I watched about creating these videos that sometimes they will, I'm gonna pause for a second, they will buffer for a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a couple seconds. Start it over. So y'all see how easy that was to sit here and in less than a minute, click through some info and then have a 1 minute really cool video that you didn't have to really put any effort into making. You have that ability. So that is one of the more mind-blowing features for me of all the things that we've talked about with Command over the past few years. Now I'm like, for me, I'm discovering things I'm starting to see and get excited about. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Clark,
Yes, ma'am.
is there a way to, now that pulled the information for a specific neighborhood as far as real estate activity?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any way to incorporate what may be going on within a couple of mile radius? Like if there's some new construction going on or something with the businesses in
go ahead.
area.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is there any way to incorporate what may be going on within the immediate area of a neighborhood into this video? So like this neighborhood, there's some construction going on down on the corner.
Okay.
Maybe about a half a mile. So
okay.
Is there any way for me to send out this type video to my neighborhood and giving them an update of that construction? Is there any way to do that?
That specifically at this time, no. The only thing that we're able to do, and I'll walk through it one more time, the only thing that we're able to do right now is select video, and then it auto-populates everything that we just did. I would hope, and I would really assume that we're gonna have the ability to create more inside these videos. So as like right here, what you can see, this is all that we can change right here. There's not even like a extra notes section. That's the owner statement. We don't wanna put things there, but there's not even anywhere that you could put an update even in text right now of, if you could put it right here, the new, I can't even type words, it's only numbers, but the business, whatever business around the corner is going to open up in mid-May, we hope to see you out there. You couldn't put anything like that in there right now. but I would assume you will have that ability at some point. It just takes time. Let's see, from Kyle, add people from tax rolls near you, Grace. Facebook geographically boost it with neighborhood tags. If that's what you're trying to get to like a target market. Yeah, that's a good idea, Kyle. Definitely a solid idea. So we've gone through and we've kind of created some things. I know it's going to be kind of like a lot of these videos lately. It's going to be more y'all playing with it yourselves than me showing you how to do it. That's going to teach y'all the most. But is there anything specific as of now that y'all have questions on, or anything you want me to click back into, or do you want me to show you around Canva some? I mean, it doesn't matter to me. It's whatever y'all want to learn. I just want to be respectful of y'all's time.
This is Cheryl again.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I am very, very backward with working on all of this,
Okay.
but I'm trying to get better. So I guess my question is, I realize this, what you've been doing is in Command, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, but and I can do things in Command, and then instead of, I can click where it will upload to my website, right?
Uploading these videos to your website or these posts? What specifically?
Well, I guess I'm still just trying to work on getting my website where it is useful and has articles on it. So this may not be the best call for me. I just jumped on to, wasn't sure what it was, but yeah, I'm trying to upload things onto my main website and then put add other things to it. Can you add things like this to the website? I guess is what I'm saying.
I believe you can add graphics, and any of y'all feel free to chime on here if you do know for sure. I haven't played around with my agent site enough to be adding any pictures or anything like that. You can do landing pages as well, but I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to give you the wrong answer if I'm not sure. So I'm also reading. Yes, ma'am, of course. Let's see, Kyle just said, I want to do a CMA video like Briarwick to explain to clients, but real cool to make like Briarwick in 5 minutes. Kyle, could you expand on that? Are you asking me, or are you just throwing an idea out there? I just want to clarify that I understand. Did we lose Kyle? Oh, Kyle, you're muted. You're muted. Let's see. Kyle, do you mind explaining your chat just so that we all understand?
So a lot of the appointments right now online are us going through the house with the people, kind of cleaning up and kind of prepping the listing. And some of the CMA stuff, if we could do a quick video of like, you know, they want to see what the number is now, and if we did a little video on that and we send it over there just to explain it or whatever, it'd be cool.
Yeah. Like as a possible feature in Command. Yeah, it definitely would be. I agree. Yeah. I think we're going to have more customization. I think, you know, they've kind of had this theme going on at that video we just made with all of their quote unquote commercials to us with Kelly rollouts or Command, anything like that. This very simplistic, clean, you know, kind of look, which they've done a great job with. But I would assume that we're going to have the ability to change things like that. It's just, you know, the lovely time it takes to create these things that we need and want. Do we have any other questions as of now? Like I said, I want to be respectful of y'all's time, but I also want to make sure that you feel like you've gotten all the value out of this that we can. So y'all just let me know, lay it on me. Do you have any other questions? Do you want me to click back into anything? Do you want me to go on to Canva and show y'all some of my other graphics I've created in there to show you some other options? Let me know what you want.
Clark, I have a quick question for you.
Yes,
You said
ma'am.
you really weren't, you know, on the KW website, you weren't that much really into it. Do you know who I would contact to get more help with that?
My first go-to would be up here at the top right. There's a question mark, and you can do that and chat with support. I don't know how quick the responses are, just to be clear. But you could, what I would also recommend is you could go into, if you're not on this Facebook page, command your conversion. I have no problem posting questions about Command and Facebook groups, because people, like, the reason I teach, just to give y'all insight on me, I teach because it makes me feel really good to help people get to from A to B. And there are other people like that they go more the Facebook route of answering people's questions. So I found great resources here in this Command Your Conversion private group.
Okay.
There's something like, I think there's like 20,000 of us or something in here. I thought, yeah, 26,000 people. Yeah. So there's a ton of us. And he's also this guy's also the lab coats agents. So we've got some awesome KW Tech people in here. So I would recommend that. And then also what I've been saying to y'all lately, I don't do it in your group so you can see it since we're already on Facebook.
This is Ron.
On your Facebook page, if y'all ever need to find anything that I've posted, what I've been saying of searching in the group, in case you don't know how to do that, obviously I'm on the computer right now, it'll be a little different on the phone. But down here, search this group. If you type in my name, it'll pull up all of my posts, anything I've commented on. And like I said last video, in case y'all didn't hear, I'm at this moment having to, I only have a certain amount of cloud storage on my Zoom. So I'm deleting previous videos that we've done, but I'm saving them in my own Google Drive. So if you click on any of these and it has an issue, feel free to just comment on the post. Like I was going back and forth with someone the other day. I think it was yesterday or the day before, and she was basically just requesting to view the video because she hadn't gotten to it. It was maybe the Smart Plans one or Opportunities. I can't remember which, but anyway, you can go through that and find all my videos that way, just to show y'all. And then I'm also going to hop into Command here just to show y'all, if I could actually get this to let me. So that was that I created. Glad we finally figured that out, Kyle. That was going to drive me crazy. This is a review I created as well, or I created the template. Obviously, client wrote the review. But this was just an easy graphic. This one says Adobe Spark at the bottom because I actually created it on Spark and then wanted to change something in here. So all in all, I'm still going to say Canva is probably, just for a personal preference, my favorite in terms of the ease of editing and the abilities that you have within it. The thing I really liked about it is you can also, I'm trying to remember where on home, but you can, if you go into your own profile right here, an account setting, oh no, brand kit, sorry. You can go and create a brand right here. It's like, this is all the KW stuff that I've uploaded. We've got all these different things in here. So see, I actually made, so that marketing style guide I talked to y'all about, I actually took, this is the actual KW red. Like that B40101 that is in the style guide, that is Keller Williams red. So I wanted to make sure that when I'm marketing, I had that ability. When I've taught Keller Williams QL classes for young adults, I've used these colors. So you can add as many palettes as you want. And I'm on the free version right now. There's a lot less abilities that you have. Like if you go to, let's say we were going to edit this just for fun. And when you go into elements here, this is their icons. You'll see if we say we typed in a key, needed a key. You can see the Pro with the crown on it. So the cooler looking images typically are Pro version, meaning you pay your $12 a month, I think is what it is. Now, right now, if you are churning out a ton of social and you use designs, you dive into it, but you still don't feel like you're getting everything aesthetically that you want or visually or whatever, Canva may be a good option. Just with everything going on, I personally cut that cost because it was just $12 that didn't need to be coming out of my business account right now. But overall, that's that one. And then, sorry, I've got a magical bar up here because I'm sharing my screen on Zoom that y'all can't see. So that's why I'm always hovering up here. If I could actually get it to go away, I'd show you something. So like this is something that we created. I just took the time to do this on Thanksgiving. I did this like before we ate lunch on Thanksgiving. So I made this one in here and just downloaded all the PNG files of the team logos. So plenty of different ideas that y'all can go through. Obviously you saw, I've done my like Margaret posts for y'all, you know, when you had your quarantini Zoom calls, you know, something like this, easy to make as well. So anyway, I'll ask one more time. Do we have any other questions right now before we hop off and finish up for the day? I know I went through a lot today, but want to make sure I've not cut anybody short if they've got a question before we finish up. So y'all fire away here. I'll give you a few seconds. If I hear anybody unmute or pipe up, y'all just let me know, okay? All right, well, I will assume that we're all good then. If you have any questions, obviously, you can feel free to reach out to me and let me know. Kyle's on a call, so sounds, oh no, he said it's a legit call. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate it. Always happy to help y'all out. And we'll be going over, I believe, campaigns. I need to look at my schedule, but I'm pretty sure campaigns is what we're going over. We're at over here on Thursday at 10 a.m. So I look forward to seeing y'all then. I will post this recording once it's ready here in about an hour or so on your Facebook group. Feel free to let me know if y'all have any questions, and happy designing. Y'all have a good one.